Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one.
We have already started here.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and it's Adriano! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Oh, cracking ball. That's very neat. Oh, that's superb.
Real chance!
Bastoni is there, and he can get that clear.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, super find. Now this could be a chance.
Messi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
Inter Milan have it back and can go again. Donatoni. Looking to play him in.
Batistuta! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Inter Milan with the corner. They're first.
Batistuta!
They want to be quick to recover this.
Thuram gets it clear. And that's another throw.
Ah, good steal, he just read it.
We're in the presence of goalkeeping greatness, a man with total command of his defence.
I say I wouldn't fancy going eyeball to eyeball with him.
No, I mean, I always like a vociferous keeper, and Oliver Kahn would be perfect for me.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Tries to pass it through. Baresi cuts it out.
Oh, terrible pass.
Not the most accurate pass. Goes forward.
He's got away.
Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
It's a mighty effort! Goal, Inter!
And just like that, he hits 50. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Inter Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, this will present the manager.
It's Totti! Brilliant by Totti!
He's got himself an absolute peach. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. He just absolutely speared that in.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
So that's two now without reply.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Oh, well played. Dumfries is looking to influence the game from out wide. Oh, good spread.
He's in space and looking for options.
Played into the box.
And he's managed to beat absolutely everyone. And it's Denzel Dumfries. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And this is Adriano. Shot.
Decent chance! Relentless! Just relentless!
And they're at it again in double quick time.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Comfortable claim for the keeper.
Ah, look, his thinking was more audacious than his attempt.
Now, can they get him away?
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Donatoni. And he's picked out the run. Baresi calmly anticipates. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Ibrahimovic!
And the keeper read that really well.
Ibrahimovic probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Opts to...
Takes a shot!
It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
It's a goal!
And look at his joy! Is this not why we love the game? And there's the end of the first half. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them.
Inter really are in control here. They've done exactly what they set out to do. There's a genuine flow about their football, and some of the stuff they've played so far has been great on the eye.
Inter Milan have run riot in the first half, and barring a miraculous comeback, they have done the job already. And we are back on the way. Now it's Martinez. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Totti. Rodri. And they win it back again. It's made its way to him. And he's managed to get free.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Alonso, always onto this, and he was quick to react. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Zanetti. It's a good run down the right. Aims beyond the defence. Baresi wins the duel this time. Bastoni spots it and intercepts. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Zanetti, the man that is tenacity personified. Bastoni attempts a clearance. 60 minutes played. Rijkaard opts for safety. Rafael Varane. And it's Totti. And it's Rijkaard. And this is Totti. Adriano.
Big chance! They've scored! How many, just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Inter Milan are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. And here's Dumfries. Dumfries.
There's the delivery. Oh, smashing header! It's in! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways. This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Inter Milan needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Costa Curta bumps him off it and wins back the ball. This looks promising, and he's got the beating of his man. Totti going face-to-face with his great rival. Donatoni. And the counter is on. He's had it taken off him.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Rui Costa. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
He has found the way through.
Chance for a shot! Sticks it away! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
As if 3 weren't enough. This is nigh on utopian.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Cambio di giocatori.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. And the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter. But this will make a nice change.
Khan is there to clear. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's through here.
Oh, super ball. And the shot! He scores! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments to charge, surely! He's put it wide.
Barella. Hakimi. Knocks it into space. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Rui Costa is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That has not gone well. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Dumfries. Oh, what a climb! It's in! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
And that means... And that will be it. So a real showpiece win. This lot were simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best... Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Inter Milan have opted for a 4-4-2 formation.
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Can he get on the end of this? Well, there's the unmistakable figure of Dimitar Berbatov. There was never any question of leaving a man of his talents on the bench.
Yeah, you can't question this guy's abilities or his track record Yet it's funny how he remains a divisive figure.
Well, that was that languid style, wasn't it, which does have its detractors.
Yeah, he's a player who's always been extremely calm, and he likes to kind of think on the ball. Some say that was lazy, slowing the game down a little too much, but I've never seen it that way.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Dumfries. And that's put paid to a promising move. Totti. And this is Shevchenko. Totti. And he's... And Shevchenko! Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Ibrahimovic. And he's onside. Still goalless at the moment. And it's Totti. Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Lovely. Totti! Oh, it's come loose. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Totti really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. Ibrahimovic. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And the pass is intercepted. Rijkaard. And it's Totti. Almost half an hour in now. Zanetti kept his eye on it, and he's there. Tonali. Now Di Marco. Aims beyond the defence. Di Marco. And that was very necessary. Inter Milan have got it back, and they'll have another go. Tonali. He's a sharp little ball here. He rises! Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Berbatov simply took an age to make his mind up, Peter, when urgency was the single requirement.
Thuram. Rijkaard. And he's been shifted off it. And it's Denzel Dumfries. Shevchenko. Neymar is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Oh, he's found support out wide. Berbatov. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. In with the challenge. Tonali. Messi. Played out wide. And he skips past his man. Oh, he's played it in low.
That's good defensive concept.
Martinez! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Martinez really looks sharp out there. That first touch, sensation.
That is good alertness. Neymar. Rijkaard does well to get it back. And here's Shevchenko.
Shevchenko really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And it's Totti. And there's the end of the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. Here we go again then.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Dumfries. DiMarco. And it's Neymar. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Just eases him off the ball. Shevchenko. Now it's Totti. Jordan Henderson. Martinez.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Neymar. Baresi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And here's Berbatov. Rijkaard.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And it's Totti. Now it's Ibrahimovic. He's gone for goal! That carried quite a threat. Corner number 2 then. Oh, what a climb! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Zanetti. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. 0-0 still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. Looking to play him in. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Tonali. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. And the shot's on here. Played in. And the header is disappointing in the end.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last chance. The cross had to be denied.
So, third corner of the game. It'll be a throw-in. Now it's Rui Costa. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Martinez. And it's Messi. Berbatov picks it up out wide. Dumfries is always looking to play quality balls. Rui Costa. Shevchenko. Schmeichel gets it clear. Inter Milan have reclaimed it. And here's Ibrahimovic. Has a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Zanetti. And it's Messi. Out for a throw.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 10. Berbatov.
Intercepts the throw. It's well read.
Numero 18.
Shevchenko. Can he get it through? And Shevchenko! Oh, that was a half-decent effort. Zanetti. Jordan Henderson has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Threads one in.
Well, the crowd's impatience is an indicator that they haven't quite given up on a goal just yet.
Dumfries. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. That's going to go a long way. Oh, that pass isn't the best.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Neymar. Zanetti. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Totti. If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now.
Tries a shot! Oh, it's in! And that might well be that!
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Intimate. And the referee brings it to a close. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. And as you can see, we've already started here. That's an imaginative pass. Strokes it back. Fabio Cannavaro, Jim. Some people credit him with making defending fashionable again.
I didn't know it had gone out of fashion, Peter, but yeah, his exploits certainly led to the guys at the back getting a bit more credit.
Yeah, and I'm sure for you that's a very welcome development.
And long overdue.
Big chance! It's in!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react.
It's Adriano!
It's in!
Not one, but two. It is a dream start. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Inter Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that's not going to reach. And they're back on the ball again. Pele. McManaman. Played back in.
Shoots!
Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Inter Milan with the corner, they're first. Defending of the desperate variety. Now there's a fine ball. And he's really put himself on the line here. McManaman.
Inter have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
And here's Baggio. Rijkaard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Pele.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Ibrahimovic looks to get on the end of this. No, that's been intercepted.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Oh, no messing about. It is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Oh, great effort, but he's produced a save to match.
Look, his thinking was more audacious than his attempt. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
He's going for goal! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
And it's Rui Costa. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. It's a searching pass. And he's gone looking for safety. Now it's Shevchenko. Rui Costa. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
He has found the way through. Oh, this looks sharp. Rijkaard. And he's forced to go back. Plays a sharp little ball here. Rijkaard deals with that comfortably. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And this is Roberto Baggio!
Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Roberto Baggio is offering a wry smile there.
This their second corner of the game.
He gets big. That's another chance.
Now that looks a decent ball. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Shevchenko. Now it's Pele. Looking for the run. Pinches it off him. McManaman. And no, that was never going to make it.
And they can counter here.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Rijkaard cuts out the pass. Iniesta is onto it in a flash. And there's the end of the first half. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Inter clearly have plenty of cause to be happy, Peter, but they'll need to resist the temptation to just sit on the lead second half. The opposition will be doing their utmost to try and get back into this, so they have to be alert.
Inter Milan in control at half-time, 2-0. So we're just settling back into this second half. No luck with that dink over the top. And for a moment you thought that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Iniesta. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Now then, the ball's come loose. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Saliba. Calhanoglu aims beyond the defence. Knocks it into space. And he welcomes it in.
And the finish! He has done it! The second half sparked straight into life.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
We have got ourselves a game here.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Calhanoglu. Adriano. Well timed, excellent interception. Quality ball. Dumfries. Now it's Roberto Baggio. Now it's Ibrahimovic.
It's Ibrahimovic! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
So, third corner of the game.
Rijkaard! Just off target.
Iniesta. Nicely weighted ball. Rui Costa promptly onto that, and that is that. So we've reached the hour mark. Inter Milan finding their passes. Now he's off and running. Oh, that's a key interception.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
Nuno Mendes is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. Great vision.
And the shot! It's in! Inter are back in business.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
This has become one superb game of football.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Varane gathers from the goal kick. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. It's a nicely shaped ball. He's picked his way through. Rui Costa! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Inter Milan get their fourth corner. Got nowhere to hide after that one. Oh, he has managed to get that all wrong. Çalhanoğlu. Saliba. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Rijkaard gets it away. Baggio receives it in a good position here. And here's Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! They've got to be quick to recover this. That's going to go a long way.
Inter really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Good ball, good take. And the shot! It's hit the upright. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 18.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Sostituito con il numero 23. Cambio di giocatori.
And it's Dembele. Varane calmly anticipates. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Saliba spots it and intercepts. Pelé. And that pass... Oh, what a mistake! Dembele goes steaming forward. There's the shot! Goal! Inter! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
And the counter is on. Can he get it through? That has ended up in no man's land. Look at the space. Great chance! It's bounced back off the post. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nice bit of skill, and he's been caught napping. He's got away. So much time and space here. And that has been knocked clear.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
He's away. And he was alert to it. Mendes gets it clear. Tries to pass it through. Adriano! It's in! They have stolen level at the last! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And now he has... And that is it, the referee has seen enough. What a game, a contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere.
There's the shot! Goal! Inter! An extraordinary start. Breakthrough in next to no time.
Well, talking about stepping things up from the off, that's how you start a football match. I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
So, a breakthrough already. Now it's Messi. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Goes down, but nothing given.
This is the time you need that pace.
Rui Costa. And it's Denzel Dumfries. And he plays one through. And he's in on... Rui Costa!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Totti was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
And here's Mbappe, and he shoots! Goal! Inter! And again they hit the front.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Skims one in. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Has a look and plays it forward. Rijkaard. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Mbappe. That's Rijkaard. Shoots! He scored! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Inter Milan go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Now it's Mbappe. Lovely, now then. Nice looking ball. Neymar unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, there's a probing ball. And it's Neymar. Mateus. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. No, he's not getting past him there. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Glorious! That is a gem! An absolute gem! He gave it plenty and some. Thrashed it in.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Inter Milan get themselves back into contention.
Well, what?
Can he finish? And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. Ibrahimovic. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Rui Costa. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Well, that is one way to stop him. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
Oh, that was close. Inter Milan are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Now it's Messi. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Oh, that's a key interception. Ibrahimovic chasing after it. Now it's Totti. And this is Rui Costa. And he's Rui Costa! Mateus looking understandably energised after his goal. Now it's Neymar. Tries to pass it through. Inter Milan have it back and can go again. Oh, goodness, having a shot! It's a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Oh, the deftness of touch, received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
So the lead now is 2.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
And the shot! He's got a goal! And right on half-time, that is telling. And the half-time whistle goes. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
I volontari di tutti I settori sono pregati di recarsi nell'area dello staff.
And we're underway again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible.
Up he goes! Goal! Irrepressible, imperious, that's what makes him what he is. A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
We have ourselves a real game here.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Can he get it through? Oh, that pass isn't the best. Rijkaard looks to get on the end of this. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Inter Milan needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was...
Goes for a shot! Goal! Inter! And they're back in front. There was to be only one outcome.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can't come into it, and it didn't.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 81.000
Inter Milan go into the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Ferdinand gets across to intercept that. Played out to the left flank. Threads one in, elects to cross. Varane gets rid without sophistication. And it's Rijkaard. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Well, he's asking for trouble, Peter, and with this urge to nibble away, I think the ref is spelling it out for him now.
That has ended up in no man's land. Totti. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Thuram gets it away. Pass somewhat off target. And it's Neymar. And here's Messi. And here's Mbappe.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Referee has gone straight to his pocket. Yes, a second yellow, and he's off. Well, the protest continues, but in the end they are defending the indefensible. Inter Milan are down to 10 men. And they've got rid. Neymar will set up 2 goals. Dink through. Brilliantly cut out.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Ferdinand goes sliding in. That has been cut short. And here's Rijkaard. Oh, nicely intercepted. He can get that clear. Maldini. Rijkaard. Oh, that's delightful. Dumfries producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Now that looks a decent ball. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Maldini spots it and intercepts. Zanetti cuts it out.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Rafael Varane. And it's Rijkaard. Now it's Ibrahimovic.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di
Fighting
recupero.
looking ball that. Ibrahimovic. Ronaldo is onto this. And he thumps it clear. And that will be it. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. My name's Peter Drury and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here, it really is.
There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. So it's down to business here. Edwin van der Sar, such a calm, composed keeper.
He is one of the first sweeper keepers, Peter, because his feet are almost as good as his hands.
Just eases him off the ball. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Now it's Pelé. Shapes to shoot!
And he's done it!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. No, not quite on the same wavelength. It's a searching pass. Paris ended up in no man's land. Neymar looking to play him in. And that could set him on his way. Oh, right place, right time. Oh, they could break here. Oh, played right into his path. That's a nicely shaped ball. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision. There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Now it's Neymar. Now, can they get him away? Nice interception, well timed. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Maicon calmly anticipates. That is good alertness.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Messi. Inter Milan finding their passes. Pelé providing an outlet on that flank. Driven forward. Totti might just make this.
Totti really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Now it's Pelé. Rui Costa can see things others simply cannot. And they win it back again. Yaya Toure. And it's Xabi Alonso. That's been slipped through. Oh, well played. Dumfries. Rui Costa powering forward here. Rui Costa. Rui Costa going face to face with his great rival. Ferdinand makes the interception.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Looking for a runner. Not the most accurate pass. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And he's going to have his name taken. Too much pressure, and he's lost the ball. Thuram kept his eye on it, and he's there. Deftly out wide. Neymar picks it up out wide. Thuram promptly onto that, and that is that. Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. Well, that pass isn't the best. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Rijkaard. Now it's Totti. Rui Costa. Yaya Toure.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. He was under real pressure there. Neymar is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Nicely spread. Thuram could try cutting inside here. Cross deflected behind for a corner.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And he's taking no chances there. And now they can spring out of defence. He can run onto that. He's picked his way through.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Can he get on the end of this? That is lovely. And this is Messi. There's the shot! It's bounced back off the post. Chance again? No.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
This possibly the last play of the half. Oh, shooting chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And the game has already resumed here.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Oh, that was close. It's their second corner of the game. And he can clear it away. Not Cristiano Ronaldo! And that is doing no harm at all. Rui Costa. It's a pretty loose pass. Now that looks a decent ball. Tele. Now there's a fine ball. Tries a shot! They've done it! And this is getting better and better. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Referee has just said play on.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Dumfries
Takes control of it and he's on the move. Neymar. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
looking for options for movement. Messi, he's found a way. Decent chance! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Neymar. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rui Costa. Now it's Totti. Messi,
A player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory.
now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Inter clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Rijkaard.
And it's Ibrahimovic.
Rui Costa.
Ibrahimovic.
Now it's Totti.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, that's fabulous.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. And here's Ibrahimovic. Shot, surely! He has done it! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Inter Milan get themselves back into contention.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Buffon claims comfortable.
Inter clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And he was quick to react. No way through.
And it's Rui Costa. Messi.
And this is Pele. Oh no, this does not. And the shot! No mistake! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
It's shocking, the ease with which he was able to get into the space, and the player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 21.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Inter Milan take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
And that was very necessary.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Aimed beyond the defence. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Maldini spots it and intercepts. Hullet. Pele. He is through here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Nicely aimed pass. Dumfries. Oh, super find. He's got away. And he's had it!
Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Pele. Nicely shaped ball. Well read, and the danger is averted. And it's Hullet. No, that's been intercepted. That's been drilled forward. Totti. Ibrahimovic. That's a shade optimistic. And that will be it. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. And already we're underway here. And this is Pele. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Totti gets into a good position. And he's there to clear it. Inter Milan have it back and can go again. No way through. Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
Yeah, N'Golo Kante. He is only one midfielder, but it often feels like he does the work of two or three. He's got exceptional awareness for danger and the stamina to make sure he can go and snuff it out over and over again if required. He's also exceptional in the tackle, and when you watch him in the latter parts of a game, 90th minute plus, he looks as if he's in the first five.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Oh, good steal. He just read it. Ibrahimovic. Inter Milan have had the ball in promising areas, but nothing to show for it. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Real chance! There it is! Dumfries is one whose deliveries we all know about. And here's Ibrahimovic.
Ibrahimovic really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Rui Costa. Inter Milan finding it. It's fallen! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Totti going face-to-face with his great rival. And shifted it to the flank. Neither side yet able to find the net. And here's Totti. He's having a shot! Goal! Inter!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Inter Milan have fired themselves in front.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Now it's Totti. Van Dijk cannot be beaten that easily. And it's Rui Costa. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. And that's gone loose. Rolls it backwards. Rui Costa.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top.
And a shot!
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Ibrahimovic! That was superb goalkeeping.
Ibrahimovic clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
That has been cut short. Rui Costa conjures time and space where few can. And here's Totti. Forlan. Fair attempts, just the wrong outcome.
His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
Now it's Pelé. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there. Can he get it through? Inter Milan are 1-up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Rijkaard. And it's Totti. Totti will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Rui Costa, ready to try one. So, a genuine chance to increase the lead. Totti! Oh, brilliant stop from Courtois! Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
And they've got rid. Totti. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And here's Ibrahimovic. And it's Rijkaard. Rui Costa is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Conte, chance here to counter.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of...
Here's a chance! Pelé, and the pass is intercepted. Now it's Forlan. Nicely weighted ball. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Inter Milan happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And the action is back underway. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Rui Costa. Thuram makes the interception. Pelé. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And it's Totti. It's Totti! Conte. Looking for a runner. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And he's there to retrieve it. Now, can they get him away? Totti stood his ground strongly. Cannavaro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Inter Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
The message is clear, none shall pass. This looks promising. He's found a way through.
Inter really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Rijkaard. And here's Totti. Shot fallen! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Courtois herring after. Oh, he's been caught napping. Dumfries played out wide. Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Zola. Conte. Oh, good spread. He's through now, is he? And the shot! Varane getting this one clear. It's anyone's ball now. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Forlan does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Inter Milan needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And this is Pele. It's Pele! Good strike, quite an alarm. "75 minutes played. Now it's Forlan, looking for the run.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He gets big! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now it's Pele. And it's Rui Costa. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? They want to be quick to recover this. Rijkaard.
Inter surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
"1-0 as we head towards the end. Inter Milan looking to pass their way through. Totti! Now, who's going to be first to this? And this is Rui Costa.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Cannavaro. And here's Zola. Looking to play him in. Very much into the last knockings. Alonso. Looking for options for movement. And that will be the final act. Inter Milan have done it. Their solitary strike. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. And already we're underway here. Now it's Forlan. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Passes short and sharp. Hazard. Now there's a fine ball. Varane gets it clear. Adams calmly anticipates. Tonali. Now it's Villa. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, this guy, Rodri, was one of Europe's most coveted midfielders when he was on the market, and often seen as an integral component in the next generation of Spanish midfielders. He's got that outstanding quality of being able to shield the ball particularly well, and that is key to any holding midfielder.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. And this is Hazard. He has found the way through. Good decision by the keeper. Got that exactly right. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Played back.
Not a lot more he could do there.
Mendes, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. It's Forlan! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And that's definitely not his best. Now it's Villa. They're back on the ball again. Looking for the run. Always onto this. Buffon gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Adams cuts it out. Tonali conjures time and space where few can. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. And here's Totti, and it's Forlan. Forlan! Rodri. And here's Forlan.
Inter really are trying to go early and direct here, Peter. There's definitely a conscious effort to almost bypass midfield and get someone in quickly.
Yeah. No.
Big chance! What a chance, surely!
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Now it's Raul. And here's Hazard. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. Raul. Inter Milan finding their passes. Can he get on the end of this? Rui Costa. Tonali. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Torres. Raul. Now it's...
He's having a shot!
Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Inter Milan have their second corner now. And it's been taken short. And here's Hazard. Looking to play him in.
Chance for a shot!
Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. That's a lovely, neat pass. Nicely weighted ball. Forlan knocks it into space. Rodri still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Villa. Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And he's managed to get free. It's Totti! Off the post! Raul. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Now it's Torres. And he's lost his man here. He's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Inter Milan looking to pass their way through. And there's the end of the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, there's one standout, Peter, that needs improving, and that's the passing. All too often it's been found wanting, you know, much to the frustration of everyone around, and I'd go so far as to say that it's the biggest contributor as to why we have the scoreline we do.
No goals at this stage. Takes a shot! And it's a goal!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Inter Milan have penetrated for the first. Shoots! Rijkaard with the clearance. And it's Tonali. Torres! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Inter really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Rijkaard. And here's Forlan. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
And here's Torres. Oh, such a clever touch. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And here's Totti. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Pass just lacking in accuracy. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's a sharp pass. He won't be happy with that one. Some resolute defending there. That's a shade optimistic. And here's Torres. Now it's Tonali. Tonali unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Torres. Rui Costa.
Inter couldn't really be more watertight in midfield.
He's going for goal! David Villa! Brilliant! A finish right from the top draw! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. He has given that the lot. Bang!
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
Sostituzione per l'Inter, numero 21.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Inter Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Inter Milan perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. And here's Ibrahimovic. Is there any support? He might not need it. Tonali did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rui Costa. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. It's a good spell of possession, this. Rodri. Now it's Batistuta. Just eases him off the ball. Tries to pass it through. Goes for a shot! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Villa really must be wondering how he hasn't put them 3 up. It was a very, very decent chance.
Denilson. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
He's had it nicked away.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Batistuta, always looking for that half a chance. Van Bouten, no unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Costa Corta to Denilson, and it's Tonali. Rodri, now it's Villa, played out to the left flank. So what can they make of this? That'll be a throw-in. Rijkaard. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Oh, it's Totti! That was mighty close. Adams. Costa Corta. Now Van Bouten. And time is up. Inter Milan perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the players. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. If you're just joining us, we are already on the way. Now here is a true legend of the game. In fact, some still say, Jim, that he's the greatest number one there's ever been.
The mighty Gianluigi Buffon.
Oh, he's been caught. Big chance! They've scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
So, a breakthrough already. Forlan puts his foot on the gas. Rui Costa pinches it off him.
Oh, great feat, that.
And here's Messi.
Messi really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Up he goes! Goal! Not one, but two. It is a dream start. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Inter Milan are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And he welcomes it in.
Oh, that was one.
He's having a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Surely! Well, that is rather wayward.
Thuram clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's an imaginative pass. Oh, that's clever. too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Rui Costa could try cutting inside here. Picked out brilliantly. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Baresi. Maradona. Adriano. Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it. Now it's Forlan. Now it's Eto'o. Rui Costa can see things others simply cannot. And he's well... And the shot!
It is a fantastic goal! A finish right from the top draw! And they are pulling clear here.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. 3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Maldini spots it and intercepts. And it's Forlan. And he's being shifted off it. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And this is Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic!
Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. How good is he right now? His boots twinkling at their golden best.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this. it.